So hello everyone, welcome to a brand new vlog, and today we are at Terra Luna Resort at Universal for my very first stay. This hotel just opened a little less than a month ago, and this is my very first stay, so I'm going to explore it along with you guys, take you guys along for the adventure. I am here for 3 nights, so I'm gonna get a pretty good feel for the resort and explore the food, explore the pool, and of course, do a room tour. So let's go ahead and start the vlog, and I'll show you what it looks like to drive in here. Okay, we have made it. Terra Luna is back over there, waiting to turn in. Well, just like Stella Nova, it has a 20-minute check-in parking area. So I took a ticket, and then once I have my room key, I'll be able to scan back out of here. So it's very similar to Cabana Bay, where there's a gate, you scan, you get your ticket, and then once you're checked in, you can use your room key to scan back out. I do this because Cabana, very close to Volcano Bay, so they don't want people just coming to park in the short-term parking and then go to Volcano Bay. And here, obviously, you're very close to Epic Universe. So they just don't want people cheating the parking system by coming and staying in short-term parking. So I'm gonna go check in, and then we'll give a full resort tour and room tour. The rotating door is working, so for Maggie, we have to use it. This is for you, Maggie. Hopefully your parents have you watch this vlog. Oh, it's flipped from Stella Nova, the desk is on the other side. Ooh. Okay, a little bit of a line to check in. So there's a little bit of a line to check in, but I already checked in online, so I'm over here at luggage. So this is the sister resort to Stella Nova. They are very similar with some slight variations. They are flipped, as you heard me say as I walked in. I did online check-in. I'm glad I did because I got to skip the line. Before I do the room tour, I want to just go ahead and preface this video with something very important. Pro. From my room, I can see Epic Universe. I can watch Stardust Racers. I can watch Curse of the Werewolf. I can see the Burning Blade. I haven't seen it light up yet, but I can see it. I have a theme park view. Very exciting. The con is that this resort is currently packed with teenagers. There is a DECA conference happening that happens to be here, the exact dates of my trip. So I think during the day they're going to be gone at their conference, and at least tomorrow night they're all going to be at Universal because there's a sign downstairs that says the schedule for the buses. But right now, the lobby is full of, I mean, easily 100 to 200 teenagers all wearing matching shirts. I don't know quite yet how the noise level will be for my floor. I do know I have DECA students on my floor. At the very least, I have a group of girls 2 doors down from me because they got off the elevator with me and went 2 doors down from me. They are very noisy in the hallway. That's the one thing I know about this resort from staying at Stella Nova, is that I felt like the walls were thicker than the endless summer resorts, but the doors are not. So you hear everything that's happening if you're in the hallway. So far, I can't hear them once I'm in the room, but in the hallway you can hear everything. So keep that in mind if you're staying. Everyone can hear everything. I hear some noises now. I assume that's in the hallway. It could be a very interesting stay. But I'm not switching rooms because I've got a theme park view and I can watch the burning blades. So that was just really bad luck, and that's probably why this room was cheap. So if you watch my weekly vlog, you know that I was originally going to be at Sapphire Falls and I switched to Terra Luna. We'll see if I have regrets. But I'm excited to stay at a new resort. I'm excited to see it. Hopefully they are going to head out tomorrow because I was planning to work from the resort in the lobby. So I am hoping that the lobby is quieter later. They all look like they have matching shirts on, like they're getting ready to go somewhere, and there's a bunch of buses down here. I'll hold off on showing you my theme park view just yet, but you can see all of these charter buses are for the DECA kids, and there's more back there. So they're all waiting to load people on. So hopefully by the time I'm going to get food, they will have all gone off to wherever they're going, and I can have a peaceful dinner. But without further ado, let me go ahead and do this room tour. If you aren't familiar with Terra Luna, like I said, this is one of the newest Universal resorts. It's basically across the street from Epic Universe, as you'll see from my view. This, Stella Nova, and Helios Grand are the new resorts to go with Epic. All three are now open. Stella Nova and Terra Luna are definitely in the value resort price point. Helios Grand is the top tier resort, so definitely not value pricing. So take that for what you will. I'm going to switch to the Osmo and give you the room tour. So this is room 8030. I'm on the 8th floor, so there is one floor above me. There are 9 floors in this resort. And very similar to Stella Nova, you walk in to your full-length mirror and your view of the room. Now, Stella Nova had more of just a generalized space swirl on the wall. This one looks like, I assume that's supposed to be Jupiter, and very blues, greens, purple pillows, blue and green for the carpet. I think the benches are the same color, but otherwise an exact match of my room back at Stella Nova. I think color-wise I preferred Stella Nova, but we'll see by the end of the week. I just love how they did these rooms, especially at night. When we come back, you'll see the lighting on the headboard with this mural, the plank floors with the carpet. It's just a very, very comfortable, cozy room. And there's something about the porthole window rather than having the full glass of windows that just makes it feel cozy. Over here, you have your standard vanity, one sink. It does have makeup mirror lighting. So there is some nice makeup mirror aspect. And then I do love this feature that Stella Nova and Terra Luna has. So it's like a divider. So if other people are sleeping or you want a little more privacy while you're getting ready, you can close that curtain. If you don't want the privacy, you can open it up. Up to you on your options there. And here you have a standard shower, hopefully better water pressure than at Stella Nova, and a nice little bar. Nothing too special, pretty standard, very similar to the Aventura bathrooms if you stayed at Aventura. And you get Cosmic Ember shampoo and conditioner. Otherwise, not too much to report. You have your closet with your standard items, blankets, iron, safe, places to tuck away your goodies. Full-length mirror right here, as I said. And, oh yeah, you got a coffee maker, ice bucket, standard little fridge, some drawers, and a giant TV. And much like Disney, Stella Nova and Terra Luna welcome your party when you get here. So when you check in, the TV's on and it says your name and welcomes you to the resort, which is a nice little feature. Plus these TVs are a little more smart than the resorts aside from Aventura. Aventura really has the smart TVs, but moving on, let's check out this view. Now I'm gonna switch back to the Canon here in a second because the Canon has a much better zoom than the Osmo. But this is the panoramic view. I'll zoom in a little. Yeah, that's as far as the Osmo will zoom. So I'm gonna get the Canon to really show you. But I can see Werewolf running over there. This is the brand new Kirkman Road connector that they built specifically so that the buses can run around Epic Universe, as you can see a bus going now, and skip some of the traffic. So that should make your to and from the parks much faster. They've redone this whole interchange. And over to my right is Stella Nova. So there's Stella. I believe Terra Luna has the better park view, but let's switch cameras and get a better bird's eye view of the park. So we have Helios, and we have Monsters Unchained building, aka Frankenstein Manor. We have the Burning Blade, which is not currently burning. I'm waiting for it to burn. We should see Curse of the Werewolf go by at some point here. I'll keep my eye out. We can definitely see Stardust, as well as the back of Nintendo and the back of Donkey Kong, plus a little bit of Burke. There goes Stardust. So once it hits nighttime, this is going to be really cool to get to see them running all lit up. Vroom, look at that. Ah, that part's so cool. So that's going to be super fun to watch as the night goes on. Also potential good news for me, while I was filming that, all the buses have left. There they go. So I'm going to hope that the lobby's a little calmer now and I can go check out maybe some dinner. I am hungry. Okay, so I'm out of the elevators, and from the elevators you get a view of the pool. So that's what we're looking at. Looking out at the Hilton and the Convention Center. SeaWorld off in the distance. And there is the pool. But I am hungry. I want to get some food while all the DECA kids are gone. So when I got here before, this whole area, all of it, full of teenagers. So they have evacuated. Let's look at the toothless stuff. So I'm not gonna do like a full merch tour because it's the same stuff they had at Stella. It's just mostly like Epic Universe stuff. But I wanted to see if they had any of the toothless stuff back in stock, because some of the stuff I wanted sold out. It looks like no. Looks like the same stuff that's in the park. Okay, so there's your check-in desk. And here is the cafe market. Slightly different than Stella Nova, a little more obvious. There's two options. So your market's gonna be your grab and go. Oh yeah, this restaurant's way smaller than Stella. Very interesting. So yeah, all your grab and go items, your coffee. And then over here, we're gonna order food. 7 a.m. to 10 for tonight, but oh my gosh, this is so much smaller. There's hardly any tables in here. Oh my goodness. Oh, Stella's gonna win for sure. Because I think this is the same amount of rooms as what's at Stella, but there is far less dining space. Oh no, and we've got so many teenagers. It's gonna be a problem. So now the question, do I get a cup? I'm here for 3 nights. Okay, they were kind and handed me a paper menu because the screens are pretty far up there. So the menu is very similar to Stella. They have these walk items that aren't at Stella, but most of the others are the same as Stella, but a whole lot less options actually. Pizza and such on the back. Refillable cup, 1 to 3 days, $20. How much is a beverage? A single beverage is $5. I don't think I'm gonna get my use out of a drink here because I'm gonna be gone for the 2 days, so I won't get the refillable cup. I'm just gonna get a single serving. Also, I just want to note, this looks like the planet again. I enjoy it. Listen, it's gonna be too much food, but I think I'm gonna get the hot honey chicken pizza and the onion rings to have variety, and I'll just put the leftover pizza in my fridge. This hot honey pizza everyone keeps talking about, so I think I'm gonna go that route. First impressions, already like Stella Nova better than Terra Luna. The dining area here is so small and there's no introvert tables. There's no place to hide. You're just out in the middle of the room. There's really not small tables, only large tables. And yeah, there wasn't like a corner for me able to hide. Like there's a nice view of the pool, but I just feel exposed. This pizza looks delicious. Now this is at Stella Nova as well. They have the same pizza. It's the hot honey pizza. Caramelized onions, chicken, hot honey drizzle, there's a garlic sauce, sweet corn. It looks and smells amazing. The presentation on this, very, very good. I also got the onion rings. Now it said it had a blue cheese sauce. It was not served with blue cheese sauce. They have just blue cheese packets over there, so I'm not sure if blue cheese sauce already got nixed or what, but this is going to be my dinner. I'll let you know. Obviously, like I said, it's too much food. I just want to try multiple things, and that's how it works. Okay, got a box for my leftovers. Came out to the pool real quick. It is so much nicer out now. It's been in the 90s here lately, but not humid yet. So once the evening hits, the sun goes down, it feels really nice. So there's your pool bar. Would be a really nice time to get in the pool. I did bring my bathing suit, so we'll see. We're gonna go relax in the room for a little bit, and then maybe I'll come down. There's a little fire pit over here. Look at these chairs. I have to sit in them to see if they're comfortable. Let's do a test and see if these are actually comfortable or not. All right, let's find out. Oh, they actually are. Sometimes they look like it, but they're not. Actually quite comfortable. I'm actually really impressed. These are so nice. I don't know how long they'll stay nice in Florida, but right now I could definitely chill out here for a while. Fire was on, it'd be way too hot. But look at this view. I mean, in the shade, beautiful. Could be a very cool hangout spot. I have a feeling there's gonna be a bunch of teenagers around it later on. But very cool vibes. Back in the room. We're getting closer to sunset time. I see the werewolf running right now. Ooh, if it's every 15 minutes, the burning blade should be going off in 3 minutes. Nothing yet. No, that's werewolf. I got all excited. It's just the werewolf running. I saw movement. I was like, there it goes. There it is. There it goes. It's burning. Yes. Look, you can even see all the heat coming off of it. That was cool. Very, very cool. That street light is right in the way. The street light is very distracting. Okay, the camera's starting to struggle now because it's getting pretty dark. But I want to see if maybe that street light's a little less noticeable for this burning blade. We'll see. Yeah, it's way more noticeable in the day than it is at night because of that street light. Okay, but now we have Stardust Racers. Look at them going. Look at that. That's so cool. Here they go. They're going to do whatever that spin drop is called. Ah, look at them. They do look like comets. Oh, this park was meant to be experienced at night. A gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous park at night. I can literally see coins spinning. Do you guys see them? Stardust Racers and then the coins spinning in Mario. That's so funny. All right, guys. Well, I am going to shower and get cozy because it is Sunday, which means it's Last of Us night, and these hotels do have HBO. So I'm gonna get all cozy in my pajamas and get ready for The Last of Us. So good morning, everyone. It is day 2 at Terra Luna, and it's almost 10 a.m. So I have to say that despite the fact that this hotel is full of teenagers, they were pretty good up until about 10 minutes ago. Didn't hear them last night. Whenever they came back from whatever event they were at, did not hear them going crazy. First thing this morning, I heard a few families with like little children going by, going to do early entry. And I'm obviously getting ready to go to the pool right now and just started hearing the teens being rowdy in the hallways. So I can't complain. 10 a.m. They did well. They did well. But the fun part is, late last night I found out my friends Paul and Amanda are here. They went to Epic yesterday, and I was watching Paul's stories on Instagram, and I'm like, I think they're at Terra Luna. So I messaged him, and he was like, yep, I'm at Terra Luna along with 10 million teenagers. I'm like, hey, me too. So at the beginning of this vlog, when I was going through the revolving doors, I gave a shout out to Maggie. Maggie is their daughter. So she was here to see the revolving doors herself, but they're all going to the pool right now. So I got my bathing suit on. I'm gonna go hang out with them at the pool before they head back home, because they were just here for the one day to do Epic Universe. So brought the bathing suits. I don't start work until later this afternoon. So I'm gonna go hang with them at the pool for a little bit, get to see them, and then come back, get ready for work, have some lunch, all those things. So I'm gonna head to the pool and I will catch you guys a little later. Well, it's a beautiful day here at the pool. I've been enjoying hanging out with Paul, Amanda, and family. They just went to take a little break indoors, and I am just still enjoying it. Very quiet. I think I'm gonna get in the water because we've been just kind of like sitting, somewhat waiting in the water with the kids and chatting around in the shade. So I'm gonna get in the water and cool off a little bit while they're gone. But this pool is definitely smaller than the Terra Luna pool, but still really nice. And it's, you know, just the wade in, what do they call this, zero entry or something pool. Very nice. Perfect for little ones. Well, obviously it's later in the day now. I had a lovely time hanging out at the pool with my friends, and now I'm back in the room getting some work done and looking over the park. It looks like it's a toasty day out there, and also on the app it's actually a busier day out there, which is unfortunate because last week the wait times were like non-existent. Today wait times are a lot higher, so I'm hoping everyone's there today and not tomorrow. Fingers crossed. Or everyone saw that the crowds were really low last week and now everyone's buying tickets. About 2 o'clock. Just taking a quick little work break. I've got a meeting at 4, like I said. So, yeah. It's a nice view from the office today. Good morning, everyone. It is Epic Universe Day. Look at this view. We are heading out to catch a bus to go to Epic. We had a wonderful time at Bar Helios. I'll give you guys the full rundown later, but now it's time to head over to the park and go ride some rides. So, very excited. I have 3 friends today that are going for their very first time, so it's gonna be a hectic day. I'm not vlogging that. I'm not sure when I will vlog Epic, but I keep going for the first time with people who haven't been before, and I'd rather just go and experience it with them rather than try to vlog it. So someday there will be an Epic Universe vlog, but for today I'm just gonna go enjoy. So I will catch you guys when it's time to be back at the resort later. Well guys, I am back looking a little more disheveled than I did this morning, but I am back from an epic day at Epic Universe. For the purpose of this vlog, I am back housekeeping came in, so the room's all nice and clean. The lobby is still absolutely teeming with DECA kids. Again, very well behaved kids, most likely seniors. It's just the volume of them. They have completely taken over the lobby. There's no chance of using lobby amenities this trip because there's so many DECA children. So I'm not gonna film down there again, but two important notes for staying on property and going to Epic Universe. So we had early entry today because we stayed on property. The park for resort guests opened at 10. Everybody else got in at 11. Now, because Epic is doing previews and everyone's getting there so early, they're letting everyone into like a holding area to rope drop. We went down and caught the bus. I think we went down to the bus around 10:30 because the rest of our party, they weren't gonna have access. They weren't gonna have early access. So there was no point in us trying to get there super early for that. But we went down to the bus at like 10:30. We were on a bus and at the park by 10:45. The park is right there. So it's a very short bus ride, very convenient. You skip most of the walk by taking a bus. And then we were through security, through the early entry area and past our friends who had been waiting in the rope drop line for like an hour and a half. We just walked right by them like, hey guys. And we were standing, waiting outside Dark Universe at 10:55 to go rope drop Monsters Unchained. So it was fantastic as an early entry option, especially Terra Luna, Stella Nova being here so close to the resort. The only thing that could be better would be staying at Helios and just walking out of your room into the park. So that was very smooth. Loved it. Great experience. Had a great day at the park, but I'll talk about that in my weekly vlogs. And that's what I wanted to share as far as the hotel experience. So I am going to shower, get cozy, and settle in for the night because I do check out tomorrow morning and head back home. I work tomorrow. So I don't know how much more of the resort I'm going to show because like I said, teenagers everywhere. But we'll see what I get up to in the morning, see if I have anything to film then. But for now, I am heading to bed. Well, good morning everyone. It is Wednesday. I am checking out. It is time to check out. So I'm getting one last look at Epic. For now, I'm watching all these cars pour off the interchange here, heading to Epic. Lots of people heading into Epic today. I've seen a lot of traffic heading that way, so I think it's going to be a pretty busy day over there. It was definitely a busy day for us. I'm also watching all the DECA kids check out. I can tell they're the DECA kids because they all have these white hats. So this resort, I just happened to be here for the exact days of that conference. It's going to be likely empty here the next 2 days or so because it has been, aside from the DECA kids, this resort would have been empty. It was a really nice stay though. I have a few complaints about Terra Luna, but overall I had a great experience. So I'm gonna finish packing up. It's time to head home. I'm getting all packed up over here. I am exhausted and get back to some normal life for a brief period of time.